And the performers are the Bear Creek Villains.
"'Twas the night before Christmas, and everyone sleeping. The city was quiet, and nobody peeping. One star was bigger and showing up nightly, when over the cobbles there came such a clatter. The city woke up to see what was the matter. When what to their wondering eyes should they see? A man and a girl and a donkey, all three. And Mary's wee son was about to be born, and Joseph was sure he'd be here before morn. A bed was essential for Mary to rest. To find one in Bethlehem proved quite a test. "Oh, look, here's a lodging," said Mary with glee. "Perhaps they've a bedroom. Let's knock and we'll see." But when they caught sight of the name on the door, they stopped and they pondered, and now they're not sure. They saw The Last Hope, that's the name of the inn. So Joe shook his head and moved on with a grin. "There's got to be something much better," he said. "Last Hope says to me that we're better off dead." "This next one looks better. I do like its name. The Traveler's Rest," was its welcoming claim. Poor Mary was weary. "I have to lie down." "I understand, sweetheart," said Joe with a frown. "The sign looks inviting. I'll give them a knock." The answer they got gave them both quite a shock. "No room," yelled the owner. "Get out of the way. I have guests who are coming with money to pay." "But please," said poor Joseph, "dear Mary needs rest. Just any small corner, so please do your best." "I told you there's nothing, especially for you. That girl needs a midwife, and that we can't do." The couple turned sadly and shuffled away. Quite true they weren't wealthy, but yes, they could pay. "My poor aching back and my poor aching feet, and now I've a craving for something to eat." "What now?" cried poor Joseph. "At this very hour? Right now I must have it, a broccoli flower." "Oh, Mary, your cravings are driving me crazy, and everyone knows that I'm surely not lazy. But broccoli now, when we haven't a bed? Oh, Mary, I think you've gone soft in the head." Then wonder of wonders, but could they be wrong? A figure in white was gliding along. Her hand was outstretched, holding something so precious. It was fresh, it was green, it looked so delicious. Mary bowed low as the angel departed. Eyes sparkled bright, and soon she got started. One nibble enough, and her face turned to gray. With the tops of her head, she threw it away. Her hands on her hips, 'Twas a picture to see. Oh, Joseph, you know how I hate broccoli. But Joseph just shuddered and continued their quest. It's just as you say, dear, you always know best. But that's when they came to their next port of call. The Pilgrims were pros. Well, that indeed said it all. We're pilgrims, said Joseph. This must be for us. We need no palaver, no comforts, no fuss. It's ours, said Mary. I know it for certain. Just look at the gateway, the windows, the curtain. The owner looked kindly and pleasant and jolly, and pinned to her coat was a sprig of fresh holly. Good day to you, pilgrims, if pilgrims you are. You both look so weary, you must have come far. We've come from up north through the wind and hot sun, and now I must tell you our journey is done. You see, my dear Mary is just about due. Please look at your ledger, say, what can you do? Oh my, said the owner, her face fell a mile. Dark gloom took the place of what once was a smile. One glance at you both and I realize your plight. You must have a place to yourself for the night. It's not that I'm one who's devoted on feeling, but my place is full up from the floor to the ceiling. There's not even room for a cat or a mouse. No vacancy here, a completely full house. I'm really so sorry to turn you away, but what can I do and what more can I say? She waved them goodbye with a face melancholy. It's all I can do, and she gave them her holly. So sadly they turned to head off down the road, for Mary was feeling her terrible load. They had to keep looking and not give up hope, though both of them felt at the end of their rope. The next inn they saw seemed a curious mix. It looked like a tavern and named Dead-Eye Dick's. Outside sat the owner, a patch on one eye. He waved when he saw them and hailed them, "Hi! You people want action? There's lots of it here. A new band is playing and lots of good cheer. Come in, join the party, there's dancing and song. In 5 or 10 minutes you'll feel you belong." But then he went quiet, he saw Mary's state. He felt quite embarrassed, an awful mistake. "I'm sorry, you young'uns," he said with a frown. "Thought you were revelers out on the town. I see the start's coming, that must be so hard. Be wanting some shut-eye, no, not on the cards. The lassie's in trouble, it's any time now. But this is for sure, it's not here, no how. This ain't the right place for nice people like you. There are roughnecks and junkies in there, like a zoo." "We're not fussy," said Joseph, "just any old place. But no, I can't find you the tiniest space. Tonight's a big party, they're packed in so tight. You'd never get settled, not try it as you might. Best go to the next inn, it's just a short hop. Should warn you they're snobs, see themselves at the top." So summing all their last effort and might, onward they pressed through the deep starlit night. Then there stood the lodge on the wings of a dove, its gold spires piercing the heavens above. Now Opulence Lodge was the grandiose name. Poor Mary was weary, the donkey the same. The dove etched in gold was what caught Mary's eye. "Oh, look, Joe, a dove! Peace on earth in the sky." Thus heartened they went to the gold-plated gate, but found it was locked. Were they really too late? The gatekeeper, roused by the noise from her slumber, she wondered who now was calling her number. "Who's there?" she demanded in tones most official. But when she saw Mary, she started to bristle. Her clothes were in tatters, her stomach distended, and Joseph looked awful, a donkey appended. "Know this, we're exclusive," she said in disdain. "This place is for gentry, I make it quite plain. You peasants must go somewhere else, but not here. So hurry, just go now, and keep the gate clear. But please have a heart, said Joe in dismay. We'll rest in a corner. Just give us some hay. Get hay somewhere else, man, at some other spot. This inn's not for poor folk, both pregnant or not. Just one other inn now was left in the row, so off went young Joseph with Mary in tow. This place looked much better, of that they were sure, soon as they spotted the name on the door. The name made them happy, the family affair. We're family, said Mary, we're more than a pair. We will be tomorrow once baby is here. Their hearts were uplifted and full of good cheer. They looked at the pasture with stuffies and toys, and everything perfect for small girls and boys. They entered the grounds and walked up to the inn. The children came screaming. Oh my, what a din. The welcome was lovely. Now they were in clover. The search for lodging was finally over. Two children came close and gave Mary a stare. They touched Mary's waist. Got a baby in there? The men came to Joseph. You'll soon be a dad. But Joe shook his head, and he even looked sad. The baby's not mine, sir. He's owned by another. I promised to help and look after the mother. Oh, no, they all gasped. This we cannot condone. This inn has high standards, and we're not alone. If you sleep around, well, then that's up to you. We don't accept sinners. We'll bid you adieu. You don't understand us. This baby is special. Our God is the Father, and I am his vessel. The folk looked aghast at so bold an admission. Now look here, you two. You must hear our position. Don't wriggle and squirm, but take heed. You are cursed. Your blasphemous tales only make matters worse. What you've done is sin, and you're tainting this place. We keep ourselves holy, and you're a disgrace. We care for our children and don't want you here. You'll drag us down and with you, and that's what we fear. As Joseph and Mary began to depart, crushed down in their spirit and heavy in heart, repent, vile sinners, they called him to scorn. The world would be blessed if that baby's stillborn. But Joseph and Mary were broken by sorrow. They felt that for them there would be no tomorrow. Let's give it all up and just lay down and die. This city has nothing. It's all been a lie. The donkey then suddenly burst into action. He started to bray, then gave up traction. He tugged on his rein and turned up the alley. No holding back, no dilly, no dally. But Joseph and Mary were pulled along quickly. The speed which they traveled made Mary feel sickly. They sped past the inns that had turned them aside. No room, they all stated, no room to abide. Until they got back to the inn where they started. Called the Last Hope, it had made them downhearted. But now it was different. All hopes had now vanished. From Bethlehem city, they'd clearly been banished. But wait, the Last Hope? Did it hold just an inkling? The star right above them was certainly twinkling. Outside sat a woman, her chubby face smiling. Come here, you poor souls, she laughed as she spoke. But Mary had trouble. Her water just broke. The woman grabbed Mary to stop her from falling. Oh, sweetheart, she murmured, you're looking appalling. I don't have a room, they're all taken, you see. But I do have a nice cozy corner for thee. If you don't mind the cattle, the sheep and the goats, they'll all be quite happy. We'll feed them their oats. You'll find soft sweet hay where in comfort you'll lie, a manger for babe as a crib by and by. The donkey was glad as he munched good and steady. He watched with the angels as Mary got ready. Hot water was carried, and Joe was aware to stand there was rude and improper to stare. So out on the street he began to meander and wander and wander and wander and wander